Welcome to Motivational Monday, where we inspire and motivate. Today, or this evening, we're blessed with Julian Smith. He will be talking about his journey, his health journey, and how he overcame his challenges. So, enough of me talking. Hi, Julian. Welcome again.
Blessed. Appreciate the invite.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I just
Yes.
want you to touch a little bit about your background, where you grew up. Hi, Antoinette. Hi, Antoinette Chance. Hey there. Yes, just
So
touch a little bit about where you grew up.
grew up between Berry Hill and Sways Hope in the Spurtree area. So for those who don't know where Swabies Hope and Berry Hill is, Swabies Hope is a little district outskirt of Spurtree, and Berry Hill also is a little outskirt of Swabies Hope. So I grew up in two places, but most of my time spent in Swabies Hope.
What was life like growing up back then? As a
Well,
little boy, where did you go to school? Tell us. We want to hear
so
all the juice.
yeah, so life when I was living at Berry Hill, it was not that bad because we didn't even know that things were rough. We didn't know because there's always food on the table.
Amen.
So I go to Ferguson. Um, as a matter of fact, I went to Ebenezer Basic School first, and
Mhm.
then transfer from Ebenezer Basic to Ferguson. And you know, then while at going to Ferguson, we moved to Swabies Hope when I was about 11. Yes. And then from 11 till 92, till 20, till I was 21. That's when I leave Swabies Hope.
Okay, so before you migrated, take us back. What was your family dynamics like?
Well, at the time, my mom had five of us. Um, I was the second one. Um, the bigger ones always have responsibility. So I would be the errand boy back then when I was living at Berry Hill. And, I would do all the errands, any journey to be on, it would be me, you know. Um, then when I come to Sways Hope, then, you know, it was not that bad because, like I said, we didn't even know any better at the time. But
Mm.
one thing for sure, when I moved to Service Hope, I started living with my father first, then with my father's parents, and they were farmers, so therefore we have to also help out, you know, in the field at times, if they're gonna have a put down a new crop, we have our part to play. Is either we're gonna
Mhm.
go weed the grass or we're gonna go dig some hole to plant peas or whatever it is. We have to help out. We all have responsibility. So all of us have something to do. There was no escape. So we grew
How
up with
many
responsibility.
children? How many children of the
At
same mother, father?
five, four of us with the same father. And yeah, four of us with the same father. So while we were living at Berry Hill, so when my mom migrated to the United States, that's when I moved to Service Hope, which was in 83. And then we basically kind of split up, but we were in close proximity to each other. And
Wow.
then when I moved to my grandparents now, it was four of us living with my grandparents.
Okay. You mean four brothers or
No,
like
um,
cousins,
two brothers.
other relatives?
Me and my brother that passed away, and my cousin, I can call it Lily and Peggy, my sister Peggy.
Mhm.
Also, actually, three siblings. So my sister Peggy, she's an outside. She's not by my mom's side, but me and her and Kirk, we were siblings, and then Dilly was a first cousin. So we all grew up together.
Wow. I heard you mention that your brother passed away. We will touch on
Yes.
that further on in the
Yeah.
interview, but for now, I want you to walk us through that day. What year did you migrated to the United States, and
Listen.
paint that picture for that day?
Okay.
Because
So,
I know back then it was like everybody's dream to migrate. So,
so it was May 21st, 1992. It was a Thursday.
wow, you know exact. Oh my
Yeah.
word, you know the exact day.
Yeah. I know the exact day when it happened. So the day my aunt was supposed to take me, my aunt take me to the airport. So she have a truck at the time. So I thought it was me and her husband and my brother Kurt was gonna go to the airport. So the morning when she come, I realized my grandmother is going, and she was there, and her husband. So right there, the truck is full,
Oh Lord.
and me and Kurt have to hit the back of the truck, right? So why
Wow.
I remember this date so much? So by the time I get to Clarendon, it start raining. Remember, my suitcase wet, my clothes that I was wearing wet, and we wet all the
Oh
way
my
almost to Kingston, to
word.
ferry. We went almost to, out by ferry. At the time, you have Coney Park, so we went all the way out there. That's when the rain eased.
Oh wow.
So when I get to the airport, my bag was wet, my shirt was wet. It's a good thing I have time where it breezes out by the time, yes, by the time my flight. But it was not so much of a pleasant day that morning.
Wow, but you overcame that day
Yes,
anyway.
yes, I did.
And
Yeah, but as a matter of fact, but since she's not watching, cause she's not gonna know,
oh.
and I have to pay her.
Okay. So before migrating to the United States,
Yes.
I know that you have encountered health issues before migrating. Uh, Tell us what happened before migrating.
Well, I used to first 1989. I experienced one of the worst time. It was a Saturday before independence. Riding my bicycle, going down a hill, I collided with some cow and break my left
Wow.
hand. Um, that's when things start to go shaky health wise. That arm I end up break it two other time because it was so bent. Even after they take off the cast, so two other time they have to re-break it. So during that time, I used to always in that was in 89. So during that time, 89, 90, I used to always be having back pain, but I thought it's because I was working for a heavy equipment company, right? And I probably lift something heavy. So that is when the kind of the health problems start to come on. But like I said, I didn't pay it much mind. All I know, every now and then I have this wicked back pain. Couple of times I even pass blood when I make my urine. That's how bad the pain was. Went to the doctor, they tell me I strained my back because of the heavy lifting, because but it wasn't that. So this started. So when I came here in '92, now I start have the same pain. Go to the doctor one day. They found out I have a kidney disease. It's called polycystic kidney disease. So I used to manufacture kidney stones. Like every month, I would be in the hospital, like crazy pain. Like I was a manufacturer for those stones. And polycystic is, can you hear me? Hold on.
Hold on. Yes. Are you hearing me now? Yes. I think I'm good now.
Okay.
So was that the only health issue? Were you diabetic? I remember at one
No,
point you mentioned.
no, I wasn't diabetic as yet. As a matter of fact, I didn't even check. We didn't even know. but I don't think I was diabetic at the time. So
Oh, okay.
that issue, so the polycystic kidney disease now, it's a disease where it's hereditary. Cysts take over your kidney, like it
Wow.
literally take it over and stifle it. It
Wow.
can develop over time um, until it just get worse. But you can't do anything different. You can slow down the process, but it's hereditary. So
How was how was your mental state at that time? Now that everything is piling on.
at the time, I just go on my merry way, just the same. I heard I have it. So my backtrack a little bit. My grandmother, she had the same issue. She was on dialysis for like 15 years. Um, my mom, she had it as well. So, and she's been on dialysis now for like 23 years. So when I found out, I'm like, whoa. So I get
Mm.
it from so my mom get it from her mom, and then I get it from her, right?
Wow.
And then, you
It's
know,
heredity.
yes, it just
Mm.
it was the function was actually going down, but stable with diets and stuff.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, so right now we're gonna take a short break. Diana, who we heard from last week, she's in. Welcome, Diana, and welcome to everyone who just joined. We're here talking with Julian. Some people might know you as Neko, but he's Julian Smith, and we're here talking about his health journey. So before we go further into the interview, I want to say good evening and welcome again. And also for those of you who haven't purchased my book yet, it is available on Amazon. It's also available here on Facebook, TikTok as well. And also my t-shirts are also available. I do have a t-shirt here. I just want you to see. My t-shirts are also available on Amazon as well, TikTok, Facebook, and also Instagram. So go ahead and get your purchases in. And for people who are in Jamaica and would like to make these purchases, go ahead, make your purchase before the second week of February because we do have a shipment going to Jamaica. So go ahead, send me a DM and let's talk about how I can send your t-shirt and also your book. So Jillian, walk us through a typical day in your life of dealing with all these illnesses. Just walk us through.
Funny thing, I am a very positive person. When I tell people I don't have problem, they probably think, well, oh, this boy just talk junk. Listen, I don't let nothing bother me. If I have a my policy is if I have a problem and I can
Mhm.
fix the problem and move on. I am not gonna sit around festering anger and all kinds of stuff. It's not me. I don't know where I get the strength from. However, I find the strength. I'm not gonna say I am the strongest, and everybody should do what I do. Um, I do things the way I think best for me, how I deal with it at the time. You know,
True.
I just have to go my merry way, until we can find a solution for the problem.
At what point did you find out that your kidneys were actually failing you?
That was in 2007, 2007. No, 2007. So I changed doctor,
Yeah.
2007, and the doctor I was going to, I would tell him to do certain tests. This guy would never do it. He's a Jamaican doctor. He would give me all kinds of excuse. Oh,
Mm.
never do it. So my wife keep telling me, you need to change this guy. You need to change him. So the day I changed the doctor, the doctor I went to, she tell me that she said she's a mechanic and she will
Mhm.
fix the problem that I'm having, and
Amen.
she gonna get to the bottom of it. Listen, she did the blood work within the next day she called me. She said, "You are diabetic. you have to start dialysis now. So I'm like, what the heck?
Oh Lord.
So I was on top of my game at the time where I had a promotion on the job. Things is going good. I mean, you name it. Things was just flourishing at the time.
Flourishing. Yeah.
So when she tell me that now, I'm like, whoa, what's gonna happen? And at the time, I was actually seeing a urologist, and I would go. I went there about 2 weeks prior to starting the dialysis, and they didn't recommend me doing it. So when this lady found out what was the problem, she called the doctor immediately and tell him, hey, no less than a week, he had to start dialysis. So then
Wow.
now they start the prepping. So I get a temporary, they call it shunt that they put down in my chest to
Wow.
start emergency dialysis. So I had that shunt um, in my chest for about almost a year, about 8 months. I had it, and then I get a surgery now for my arm, in my arm, from underneath my arm, from all the way to the front of my elbow, um, to do a thing called fistula for me
Mm.
to start doing the dialysis in my arm. This happened in 2008. So during that time, I kind of take it a little hard. Why? The same day I did the surgery, when I wake up that afternoon, my friend committed suicide.
Oh
That
wow.
was on my mind. I mean, it was rough. And then by the time I start recovering now, my boss, when I went out to do that surgery, I take 2 weeks off. My boss called me to his office and said, turn in your laptop and your cell phone. I
Oh
have someone
Lord.
to replace you. So I said, what happened? So he couldn't give me an answer at the time. So right then and there, I get a demotion on my job. So when I return, they actually split my pay in two. So a
Oh
couple
my
of things
word.
happened.
Did you
They,
feel
I,
depressed?
yes, hold on. So
Mm.
I start dialysis. They cut my pay. They take more than half of my pay.
Oh my
And
word.
I start to feel down, like I start to get depressed now, to the point where I wouldn't talk to my wife. I would just come home, go to bed. I don't want
Mm.
to say nothing. Um, I just leave dialysis, come home, not a word. Sometimes I would go by my brother to just go sleep in his bed.
Oh.
I just don't know what to do. He would dare talk to me. You need to go home. You need, no, I wouldn't do it. And it's starting to get bad. Where
Oh
I
wow.
remember one Saturday I came home from dialysis, and I realized now what it's doing to her. I even remember the sheet that was on the bed. It was a blue sheet. I buried my head in the pillow and I started crying.
Oh wow.
And she stunned over me. And I look at her and I see what it's doing to her. I mean, she's worried about me because I'm not talking. I just don't want to have nothing. I don't have nothing to say. You see, from I cry that Saturday. When I said I cry for maybe about an hour. I cry. My eyes swell big. You see, from I cry and I snap out of that Saturday,
You face
it was
it.
it was positive ever since. And I tell myself, I don't want to ever have to go back to, I always refer back to 2008, that I would never want to go back to 2008 or my life, because it's a dark place when you start to get depressed. However, I never question God of anything. When I say I don't question him, I don't ask why me, why this have to happen to me. I just handle it like a G. And funny thing, I from my start dialysis in 20 in 2006, I didn't stop working till 2018. I work a full-time job.
How did you manage financially after you lost your job?
Well, have money. I was things was good, like I said, and money was there saved up and everything.
Mm,
So it wasn't a big deal until that started to dwindle down. And when it started to go down now, that's when you start to have to wonder what's next. So
mm,
I continue to work. I mean, we both continue to work. 'Cause, my wife was working at the time as well, but she was actually working and going to nursing school, and she really and truly do all the best
mm,
that she could to
mm.
hold it down. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I couldn't do it, she hold it
She
like
jumped
I did.
in. Yeah,
Yeah. Because she realized I am one of those kind of person where, as a man, you have to provide for your family. You get
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? She
That's right.
realized what was going on, so she just step up. Um, because it's a team effort.
That's
You
right.
understand?
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
So
I I want to ask you because you did mention earlier that you lost your brother. Did you was it during this time that your brother
2009,
yeah. Okay.
2009. So he took sick on the ending of, and a matter of fact, to be exact, July 25th, 2009. He
Mm,
went to the doctor. Um, he used to drive a truck for a office furniture company. So his partner was out sick. So the guy came back to work like that the weekend of the week of the 25th. So that was on the 24th. Saturday was the 25th of July. He started feeling sick, so he went to the doctor. He didn't go to work, and they give him medication, send him home. I
mm,
remember that Sunday morning on my way to church, I called to check on him. He said, I don't feel good. I'm on my way back to the hospital. So when I leave church Sunday evening, he said he's admitted, but he said, since the swine flu was coming around at the time, he said, I'm in good hands, you don't have to come. So that Sunday evening, I didn't go. He
mm.
said, don't they might send him home until tomorrow, they're keeping him overnight. So I didn't go Sunday. Of course, Monday, I'm waiting for him to call. All I get was a call from the hospital that a nurse said, oh, your brother said I should call. She said, your brother said I should call you right now and tell you to bring my mom. So I get panicked. So I just hurry to go get her, take her to the hospital. When we go, he could hardly breathe. He had the mask on with heavy oxygen.
Ventilate. Oh, oh wow.
Yeah. By that night, they had to put him under, give him the what you call it?
Oh,
He was the intubating Monday night. And
before you go further, I just want to read. Stacy says, "That's my super cousin. May God continue to bless and keep you."
mhm.
Also, Susan wrote earlier that you are her hero. If I can go back to the top, she did mention. But yes, she said, "Hi, man of the hour. That's my big brother, my motivator." So a lot of people tend to look up to you as the strong one in your family. Um, everyone looks to you to be strong for them. Would that be
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. They sure do. Because I am always so okay. When you're a big brother, right? I am a leader, and I tend to take charge. You get what I'm saying? If
Yes.
I see wherein I can fit in, I will make sure everybody's okay. So me and my siblings, me and everybody good. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They look to me. My mama look to me. My sisters, the brother, you know, they all look to me.
Now I want you to go back to that day when when the hospital called for you to
Yeah.
come and see your brother. What was the name of your brother, by the way, for
Kirk.
everyone who doesn't know?
Yeah,
Kirk.
Kirk.
Yes. So
Yes.
walk us through that moment.
Listen, it was one of the worst time of my life. Remember, I started dialysis a few months, almost a year prior, and doing dialysis. Um, it was just rough when I realized that when they called me and I realized he can barely speak. Listen, I was so confused because we didn't even know that that was the last time we would even have a conversation. First
Mm.
question he asked, who have the baby? Because he have a daughter. At the time she was
Wow.
8 months. And he asked, who have the baby? And we tell him who have the baby. And listen, by that night, they had to put him under. They called me that night, and because I was the one who I'm the emergency contact person, I didn't hear the phone until in the morning about 4 o'clock. I didn't even when I
Oh.
hear what happened, I just head to the hospital. Yes, that time they already put him under, and that was it. He never wake up. The swine flu just shut down his organs.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so he
So
caught the swine
sorry.
flu. Yes. So because at the time why taking down so wicked because his kidneys was bad as well. We have the same issue. So my mom have four sons. The three out of the four have the issue, have the kidney disease, right? Boys. One of my sister have it as well. Um, so therefore, it's just one of those dark moments where when you hear that he's not gonna come home and things don't look good. You know, you don't know what to do.
Tanya said it was a difficult time, but we got through it
Yeah.
with the
Tanya,
help of
that's my wife.
God.
That's
So
my wife.
hi Tanya. Thank you for your support. Megan says you're always the joker. Paula said one of the strongest person I know.
Yeah. So my
Yes.
my friend Megan, she have similar issue as well too. Megan is one. Listen, she is one of my big motivator, Megan. So don't hide, Megan. Don't hide, Megan. Listen, you wanna hear a positive person? See Megan. Megan is such a
Megan,
positive
make sure you
person.
inbox me.
Yeah,
I want to
she
hear about your
is. She
story.
is such an inspiration. I'm telling you. Yes, we go way back.
So
Yeah.
So for everyone who just joined in, thank you so much for joining us on Motivational Monday, where we inspire and motivate each other. This is a judgment-free zone, no judgment, come as you are zone. Nobody will be judging you. So this is your host, Fionia Salmon, and I'm speaking with Julian Smith. So he's walking us through his journey of overcoming all his challenges, not all, but some of his challenges so far. So we're going to dig in a little bit further. But before we do so, I just want to say, go ahead and get a copy of your book. It will be long, but not forever. This book, I have written this book because of so many challenges, just like Jillian, that I have encountered in my life. And trust me, after going through everything, I said, you know what? I need to put pen to paper and write this book. And oftentimes, as Jamaicans, we tend not to talk about our stories because guess what? We're so secretive. Everything is under the rug. But for me, I gained the strength and I said I have to put everything to writing. Not everything, but most of it. So go ahead and get your copy. It's available on Amazon, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever you know it, it's there. And also my t-shirt that I'm wearing, it's also available on Amazon and Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, it's available there. So you can't miss it. So thank you so much. And I also have a barware set. It's an 8-piece barware set. It comes with the full on everything. So if you're not a drinker, that's okay. If you just do mocktails, yes, this is good for mocktails. So it's an 8-piece set. It comes with the shaker. It comes with the thong that you use for the ice. So even if you're not a drinker, everything in here can be used outside of mixing up a mocktail or anything. So yes, it is available on Amazon. It's available on TikTok, Facebook, and also I said Facebook, right? Yes, Facebook. So go ahead and check it out. So go ahead and check out my business page. That's Yonia Distributors LLC. That's YONIA Distributors. Go ahead and follow my page as well. And you'll get all the updates, all my products that I'm carrying, they're right there. So go ahead and check it out. Let's get back into Jillian's story and hear what happened after his brother passed away. So walk us through, Jillian. All yours.
Yeah. So when my brother passed away, so he passed away the 3rd of August. See, I'm specific with dates. When it comes down to dates,
I realize.
yes. So
You
he
remember
passed away the 3rd.
I'm not good at dates, but you're
Yes.
good at dates.
August 3rd, 2009. So backtrack one day, the Sunday, the 3rd of August was a Monday. The Sunday, I went to work. One of my cousins called me, so he take down sick. He get worse that Sunday. So one of my cousins called me from Jamaica, and he said, "Yo, sorry, my condolences." Me say, "What?" Me make one big scream. Listen, every time I remember it, it it feels. So the news went out that my brother passed away. He take down so bad, so low that Sunday, um, the news go to Jamaica that he was he actually passed.
Wow. Was that true
So
though?
no,
Was
it
that
wasn't
true?
true, but I
Oh,
can't blame. I don't blame anybody for at the time because he was very sick. So my supervisor at the time, she hear when I make that big old holler and she run come to my rescue. She said, and I tell her, she know what was going on. And she said, she's gonna call somebody to relieve me.
mm,
And within no time I get a call. I call one of my cousins and she said she's on her way. Me call her and say, is it true? And she said, no. And she's coming to get me.
mm.
And that Sunday she come and get me. And she take me straight to the hospital. Feel a little bit. When I went there, everybody who that could be at that hospital was there that Sunday. Um, I mean, so much people was there. I was so frightened because I thought he really passed and they didn't want to let me know. So
Mm.
it so happened that Monday now, I used to do dialysis 2 o'clock on Mondays.
Take your time. Take
So
your time. We have time. Take your time.
2 hours into my treatment, to be exact, 2 hours. I'm just waiting for a phone call. The phone call coming. The same cousin who come and pick me up, she said, sorry, but he didn't make it.
Oh,
He
wow.
passed away. Listen, they had to start return my blood same time I was at dialysis. Within no time, somebody was there to get me, to take me to the hospital. It was so courteous. They hold his body until I get there. Listen, Tanya was worried about me, I know for sure that day because she know how me and Kirk tight.
Mm.
But we wear each other clothes, we drive each other car, we just tight like that. And when I went there and I realized that, he really gone, I kind of get a grip of myself at that evening, um, just to kind of satisfy myself that, what, he's really gone and there's nothing I can do.
Mm.
But now the journey begins. I remember that Sunday now, backtrack. My father, he cook. My father feed. everybody that Sunday because
Mm.
he loved to entertain. So that Sunday he cooked a big pot,
Mm.
you name it, all kind of meat, and he have a truck at the time. There was just food. He just laid on the tailgate of the truck in the parking lot. I mean, so much people was there, and everybody was able to get a plate.
Mm.
And you know, when I think back, I remember the exact words I said to him that Sunday when we were in the parking lot having a conversation, and we were talking about the little girl. I won't mention what we said, but
Yeah.
we were talking about the baby and everything. And just the way how we were saying it, basically things happen, you know, just the very same, you know.
Mhm.
Now, that Monday now, when I went to the hospital,
Mm.
and I realized that when I stay there until they come and remove the body,
Mm.
I realize it's the end of it for him in terms of physical.
Mm.
You know, when the laughs, I start to backtrack the good times that we have. I start to
Yeah.
backtrack the Monday when the Monday when he when we went to the hospital and
And
he
he
could
said the
barely breathe.
final words, his final
First
words.
thing, first thing he said, who have the baby?
Mm.
You understand? Because
Mm.
that was his pride and joy. He always said he's gonna be the best father ever. Listen, he was the best father for 8 months. You know.
Mm. May his soul rest in
Yeah,
peace.
man. I mean, great memories.
Yes, and for that, we're just gonna take a little break for you to um, take a breath
Yeah,
for a while. Thank you all for coming in, and thank you for staying with us. There's still more to be told. So just stick around, and you can always type in the comment
yeah.
section what you
So
want to tell
yeah,
him. Send him the hearts, the thumbs up, everything.
then
Just send it his way.
then it just
Um,
remind me of something. Sorry.
yes,
Then it just remind me of something in the chat just now. The
yes,
nurse
she's
had
very
to
nice.
I
Yeah.
yeah I break down, so they start taking care of me at the hospital because I break down so bad. But thanks be to God, a lot of people was there that really and truly give me the
Mhm.
support, and
Mhm.
people who know how men in this role. Mm,
Yeah. I just want to say that, through it all, you were going through your own health issues, but yet still you put that aside to attend to your brother. That shows so much strength in itself. And for
mm,
that, we really commend you for that.
mm-hmm.
So walk us back through. I know you had mentioned that you have to go every Monday. Is it just once per
No,
week that you have to go for dialysis? And walk
no.
us through a day that you have to go for your session. How do you feel emotionally, mentally, physically? Walk us through that day, because most of us don't really know what it's like to go through such a thing.
So I used to go to dialysis 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So why I normally go on Monday evening, I would be off every Wednesday and every Friday, right? So those 2 days I'm free. So Mondays I work in the morning, so I would leave work and go to dialysis for 3 o'clock. So on a regular day going to dialysis, once you finish, just imagine you're in one position with a blood pressure cuff on one arm and two needles in one arm. It was one of the toughest thing you could ever endure. Plus, once you're done, you feel like they beat the hell out of you. You're
Mm.
so tired, washed out. The
Drained.
yes. One of the things I can say, it reminds me of when we were young and we would go to Elliston, go look mango. And coming up the hill, like they have a hill at Elliston near Register Hill. When you come, if you climb that hill with a bag of mango or a pan of mango on your head, right? And you make it to the top of the hill, you have no use to yourself afterwards. That's how tall that hill was. When you finish, that's how I feel. Like I walk from Swabies Hope all the way to St. Elizabeth
from
and back.
mangoes.
You have
Oh,
no use to yourself. So what I would do,
right.
most people can't drive. I used to drive myself. Once I leave dialysis, I just head straight home. I have nothing planned, nothing to do. Sometimes I can't even eat. There's no appetite. When I just started, I couldn't eat. Like once I do dialysis, my mouth have this this weird taste. I mean, I couldn't even take a sip of water to my mouth.
So do you think that is similar to going through chemotherapy?
Possible,
Chemo, people doing chemo?
possible. I don't know, but
Mm.
it was rough. Can't eat. You have no you have no taste. You don't want nothing. Even though you try for a twist, you're
Wow.
hungry, but can't eat.
Mm.
Um, but then now I found out the trick. I get to, after doing it for a while, I found out what was actually happening to me. So my iron was very low, and they were giving me iron in the machine,
Mm.
in the through the dialysis machine. What they were doing, they were pushing the iron too fast, and
Oh.
the taste of it actually harbor in my mouth, right?
Mm.
And I couldn't handle it just because of they were pushing it too fast. So once they're pushing it too fast, that taste linger for hours in your mouth.
Mm.
Until one day I was talking to one of the nurse, and he mentioned to me, he said, I know what the problem is. And he said, because they are pushing the iron too fast. Some of the nurse, they would just push it one time, bam,
Mm.
like a whole syringe, and they would just push it one time, and that will just kill your day. Now, I found out something else, that once I'm on the machine, I normally don't eat. So what I found out now, if I munch on the machine, like have some crackers or something that I
Mm-hmm.
could, keep munching while I'm there, it actually helped me when I get off.
Oh.
You understand?
Gives you
Simple.
energy. It's like a burst of energy it gives you.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So, I notice the days when I don't eat anything while I'm on the machine, it it keep happening to me. So from the guy, that nurse explained to me what was the problem with the iron. I make sure I tell them, please do not give me any medication if I'm sleeping, because the moment your blood start to run, you get very sleepy,
Mm.
because they run in your blood through a machine, through a filter. Um, it that filter actually take out all the toxin from your body and return it back to your body. So one blood taking it in
Mm.
and one taking it out.
Filter. Yeah.
Yes. So once I found out the trick, don't give me any medication when I'm sleeping. I want to know what you're giving me and how you're giving it to me. So I was able to dictate that to them, and they actually listen.
So to go back to everything, you lost your brother. You got demoted. You have your health issues going through. Did you ever give up? Did you
No,
ever hope like hopeless, knowing that you won't get a transplant? Um, Tell us
yeah.
how did you stay motivated?
So I was on one list. I did dialysis for 13 years. I was on one of the main hospital in Miami, Jackson. I was on their list for 9 years. They just randomly just dropped me off the list that um,
Why?
they have to remove me from the list. They're saying that the problem was they said I need a secondary insurance and stuff like that. So when they do that, this is what come to my mind. I said, okay, I exhaust all my options. When I said any link that I hear, I go after it. Every single detail that I hear that can actually assist me, I go after it. So I normally go to the Kidney Foundation walk yearly. So when I went in 2019, I met some guys from a hospital, right? Memorial Regional, and they had a booth. So I walk over to them and I said, "Hey, this is my problem. I'm on Jackson's list. They randomly just dropped me." The guy said to me, they gave me a card. They said, "Have your social worker make an appointment to come and see us." Listen, everything was just positive moving forward. That was in 2019.
Wow.
I think it was either April of 2019, and everything was
But
just positive all
but
along.
before then, how many years were you on the wait list
Nine,
for a
I was
transplant?
on
19?
nine years.
Nine
Yeah,
years. Oh, nine
yeah,
years. Wow.
yeah. So,
So
mhm.
did you did you feel or did you feel that the Holy Spirit led you to to that booth where they were?
Come on, no doubt, because I am a strong believer that nothing happened by chance. Um, that day we go to I didn't have to go to the Kidney Foundation walk, but I just go. I'm not gonna walk because at the time I have severe nerve damage in my feet. Um, I have no nerve in both feet, so I cannot do the walking. My nerve is completely damaged. So every year my wife would go, Tanya would walk every
Mhm.
year. So she come with us with me and my mom, and she do the walking. Me and my mom sit down, and she would do the walking for us. Okay. So that day, when I walk over to them, I just said, you know what? For a change, let me do this. So when, as a matter of fact, when they dropped me off the list, I said I would have always repeat. He said, you know what? Whatever happened will happen. I said, I used to always tell them and say, hey, you know what? Some things that we think is good for us, it's not good for us. Some things that we desire is just not for us. And I
That's
said,
true.
I'm gonna do everything that I possibly can. If it work, it work. If it don't work, it just don't work. It's not lack of trying.
I
Yes.
just want to take a quick pause right here to thank everyone for joining. And before we get into what happened after the transplant and the day that you got that call, I just want to say welcome into everyone. For everyone who are here, so far we have like it's going in and out, 17 people as of now. We went up to 25. I just want you just pause for a moment, share it out to 5 people because what Jillian about to reveal is gonna be life changing, and it serves as a testimony of faith, of steadfastness. So go ahead, share it out to 5 people as we pause, just 5 people. So if everyone can share it on their Facebook page, I would really, really appreciate that so that we can get more people in the room because we're just here to motivate and inspire each other. And there are times that we are going through the same thing and we're not sure what's happening with our bodies. So hearing it from someone who went through it and sharing his testimony, you can learn as well. So go ahead, share it out to at least 5 people. I'm about to go ahead and also send him all the love you can. You can tap that screen, send your hearts, send your thumbs up, send your message as well, because yes, we're reading your messages as we go along. Stacy says, love you in life, still loving you in death. Rest in peace, Kirk, forever in our heart. So that is for Kirk. So may he continue to sleep in peace. And our hearts goes out to you, Neko. I know how close you were with your brother, and we can see by just listening to you how emotionally attached you guys were. So for that, we want to say, just hold strong. And guess what? He's looking over you. And guess what? There are more things that came out of him passing. You get additional life. And for that, we're going to tap into that shortly. So go ahead, share it out to 5 people. Each and every one of us here, I'm going to share it out to five of my people. So you can go ahead and share it out to 5 people on your end as well. So I'm about to share it to about 5 people, or let's do more than 5. In the meantime, we're sharing out. Jillian, I want you to prepare to take us through that day that you got that call. Take us through and the moments leading up to that day.
So leading up to that memorial, that hospital, they prepare us so much for the unexpected. I think they over prepare us. The thing that the material that they give us and what they tell us can happen. Listen, they explained to me that they're gonna have to remove both my kidneys.
Mm.
So when they said they have to remove, so I started to dig a little deeper. She said, "No, you won't feel any way." The doctor, she was explaining. She said, "No, you won't feel any way. We will remove your both your kidneys with 6 weeks prior, and once we remove your kidneys, because you're already on dialysis, you won't miss anything." The reason why they had to remove them, my kidneys was so huge. When they removed it, they were when I lay down on my back, they touch each other. They were so
Wow.
huge. When they
Wow.
removed them, they were 20 pounds together. And remember, your kidneys like this, about
Mm-hmm.
this.
So it expanded. It was
So huge.
huge.
Um,
It was overworked.
yes.
Oh.
And because of the cyst literally so much cyst on there, you could not recognize it was a
Oh,
kidney. It had
wow.
nothing to look
Jillian.
like a kidney, nothing. Um, the closest thing that I can tell you is, you see when they kill animal and there's a piece of meat that attached to the liver that they call the light.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
picture that in your head,
Wow.
but with similar color, but bunch of bumps all over it, just bubbles. It ugly.
This, wow.
Yes. So
Ooh.
they had to remove them. There was no ifs, no but. They had nowhere to put the new one. So
Mm,
they tell me that once you heal enough, within 6 weeks after they removing them, you would get a transplant. And I'm just going along with the flow because they are the expert. They dealing with these stuff before, so they know what they're saying. So they had to split me from right in here,
mm-hmm.
past my belly button, go all the way down.
Wow.
Um, 40 stitches go down. And right after they start to remove, after 6 weeks, they start to remove the stitches, the staple, literally staple, metal. The
Mm.
last day I went to the transplant to meet with the team, it was the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, which would be 2 days before Thanksgiving. And they do the final everything. They said, anytime you get a call, pick up that phone, make sure you have your phone with you at all time. So Thanksgiving Day, exactly 2 p.m.
So you were walking around without a kidney
for
or
six
without
weeks.
kidneys.
For six
Wow.
weeks.
How did that
And
feel? How did you
I
feel?
was on
Like,
I was weak. I had to use a cane at the time, but I'm losing a lot of weight because I have a lot of fluid on me.
mm,
And because I lose 20 pounds right at the same day I did the surgery, 20 pounds disappear from your body. So, I'm losing weight and I'm losing, you know, just shredding some pound. So I was a bit weak, but manageable. I couldn't drive, but my brother would pick me up in the morning, take me to dialysis, and take me back home. And
Wow.
when Tanya is off, she would take me, and my brother is close by, he would just bring me back home.
You are
So
strong.
yes. So exactly 6 weeks later, Thanksgiving Day, I
Mm,
get that call at 2 p.m. I
mm.
just opened the oven door. I was home alone. Opened the oven door to put a chicken in there to bake a chicken. I didn't even close the oven door. The phone rang. They said, "Can you be there by 3 p.m.?" Oh,
Mm.
yes. So I just called Tanya. She was at work. I said, "Hey, I just get a call that they find a kidney. I should be there by 3." We get there, we have at least 10 minutes to spare. So just imagine, excited. But the night before this happened, it was 2020. So during the heights of the pandemic. So the guy, Dr. Fauci, he was saying he discouraged people to gather and
Mm,
everything because of
mm, mm,
COVID. And
mhm.
I said to Tanya, I said, "Hey, you know what? Let them go because I will be getting one of their kidney tomorrow."
Oh
Because
my
on
God.
holidays, seriously, on holidays you get the most transplant because a lot of accidents always happen during holiday time. So I said, let them go. They want to go on the road, let them go because I'll be getting one of their kidney tomorrow. I just have that faith that it was going to
Mm.
happen that day. And just the way I said it, it was um, somebody had an accident, um, Caucasian female, 55,
Oh, it was a
and
female.
hmm
Mm.
and I get the call. I commend people, and I'm gonna say this, who willing to give their
Donate.
families organ, donate their families organ. They know that their family, they lose their family, so sad, but
Mhm.
there's something that moved within them that said, hey, you know what? My daughter can actually cause at least 10 people to live.
Amen. Oh, wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
So when you think of it that way, it's not just. So whenever you get a transplant, you don't get two kidneys, you get one, because that
Mm-hmm.
two kidneys serve for two different people.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So if they want to donate those organs, I mean, several people is gonna live. They have bunch of internal organs.
Bunch of
So I commend
internals.
people.
Mm-hmm. It's a selfless act.
Yes, I'm an organ donor now on my driver's license for more than 20 years. It's on my license. I mean, once anything happened to me and they can harvest anything, give it away. I don't care because somebody, family, caused me to get a second chance of
Act
life.
like.
You get what I'm
Amen.
saying?
Amen.
If you know how difficult it is for a person to do dialysis,
Mm.
most people they give you 5 year lifespan, 5 to 10 years, right? My mom is on the line. She's been doing dialysis for 23 years.
Wow.
This year would make 24 years. If you think it's easy,
It's
and she
easy.
never missed a day, just like me when I was doing it. I never miss a day. If I'm
But
going out of the country, I get schedule all my treatment to, you know,
but
never
that
miss a day.
but does but does that limit what you can do and where you can go?
Guess what? It limit you. However, it never really limit me much because I used to still do vacations, still go all over the place. I make sure I get my 3 treatments in every week.
Mm.
Get what I'm saying? So just imagine, um, your kidneys work 24 hours a day. I'm just gonna paint a picture.
Mm-hmm.
So if it worked 24 hours a day and it's been forced, something that worked 24 hours, forced to do the work within 3 hours or 2 or 4 hours, it put your body in a shock because it's supposed to be constantly working. So if you just stop it like this and said, okay, I'm gonna cut 20 hours off that, you know the shock that put your body into, the problem that your body face just by doing that.
Let's
So
backtrack a little bit. Were you working throughout that 6 months? That 6 weeks that you had no
no,
kids? Oh,
no, I wasn't working. I resigned my job in 2018 January, because I I used to do scheduling and stuff, and I would do long hours. On my
yeah.
way home in the evening, I cannot find my way.
Oh, wow.
To the point where I always said, and sometimes we have to pay attention to what we said. I always said, I will just continue to work until I can't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Listen what happened to me. I will be coming from work, have my GPS on. I can't find my way. If you tell me turn left, I'll go the opposite direction. I, I will see the light in front of me, and I will stop at least a mile away. Like my judgment was so off. Um, when I want to sleep, the sleep will just come just like this. And
Mm,
anywhere I catch, I have to sleep. There's so much time I have to direct me home, stay on the phone. I pass my house one time up and down. I cannot know where to go.
mm,
Cannot find my way. So it was January 11th, 2018. It was a Monday night. No, it was a Sunday night. She said, no more, no more.
mm,
She said, put that resignation in today. And I write
mm.
it, email it to the boss, and email it to the office, because they know the issue that I have. And I just tell them that I have to resign immediately, effective immediately,
Mm.
right? To the point where I even have long-term and short-term disability. I completely forget that I have. Is after they cancel it, months after, I receive a letter that it's canceled. I didn't even remember that I even have could take those time off. Just brain just go completely blank. Can't remember.
Wow.
But I
Um, I'm going to take a break right now, and when we do come back, I want to ask, do you have contact with your donor? Have you ever contacted um her family to say thank you, or so just stick a pin, think about that question, and we will be back. Evelyn, I think, well, Evelyn, your mom says, I am here with you watching Julian. Diana, Donna says, wow, powerful man of God, blessings to you, sir. Tanya says, I told him not to make dialysis run his life. Amen. That's a wife right there.
yeah
Keep the faith, my brother, Janet says. And the comments goes on and on. I'm happy I come across the video. Oh my God, very interesting. Thank you so much for joining.
yeah
Tyndale. Thank you so much for being here. You know him?
Celeste. Yep, that's Celeste, man. Celeste come
And
from Flavor Soap.
And J Lifestyle, or JJ British, you can go ahead and check out her. She's also on YouTube, family orientated videos. Very touching, she says. Errol Ibanks, welcome in and thank you for joining. Latoya says, Faith moves mountain. I just want to just say thank you all for watching. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the hearts, the thumbs up, the motivational um, words of encouragement, everything that you have thrown Julian's way. And if you're not following him, at the end, he will tell you where to find him on social media. So if you need someone to uplift you in whatever situation that you have going on, trust me. Sometimes I even call him myself just to hear a word of encouragement. So I want you all to follow him. He will tell you where to follow him. In the meantime, if you haven't gotten my book, it will be long but not forever. Please go ahead, get a copy of my book. This is a memoir. This is my life story I'm sharing with you. And yes, I was in Jamaican terms, yes, bareface. Yes, I shared my life story, some of. So go ahead and get my book. It's available on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Amazon. Go ahead and get it. And also the t-shirt that I'm wearing, go ahead and get your t-shirt on Amazon as well, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So let's get back to Julian's interview. Tell us
Yes.
what happened.
So my social worker, she helped me to do two letters that to send to the family, and they didn't respond. She explained to me that there are several reasons why people don't respond. Sometimes they only want to make sure that somebody benefit from their loved one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they do it from the kindness of their heart, and they just don't want to talk about it. So I accept, whatever she mentioned to me. So she said a lot of people don't really care to talk to, the donors.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
just accept it. So two letters were sent to them. Yes.
Okay. So now that you have gotten the transplant, now you got it. Walk us through how do you feel in your body? Do you did you feel the same? Are you still feeling the same? Have you ever encountered any scare moment, any health scare moment? Because
Yeah.
to get someone else organ into your body, walk us through.
Yes. So I take medication for the anti-rejection. The anti-rejection would be for my body don't reject that foreign object that is inside of me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I feel different in terms of the appetite that I didn't have, right? Now I able to tolerate. Okay, when you're on dialysis, there are certain things you cannot eat. You 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 ban from certain food, and the food that you ban from, like for instance, ripe banana, it's high in potassium. You can't eat ripe banana. You can't eat too much potato, whether sweet potato, white potato, pumpkin, all those things are high in potassium. Um, Mushroom,
Mm.
high in potassium. There's so
Wow.
much things that you're not supposed to eat. There's so much things that you're not supposed to drink. So getting the transplant with no restriction, with even if I have restriction with moderation, you get what I'm saying? I'm
Yes.
able to tolerate food I couldn't tolerate in the past. Okay, I'm a simple break something down.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't eat food with gravy. It couldn't have no gravy, just dry as you could have it.
Blonde.
Yes, no, I want my food with some gravy, right? Another thing, like I couldn't tolerate, like I could smell the meat cooking. Just by smelling it,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Oh
If I
wow.
go into the store, the supermarket, and I see certain meat, I don't want it. And I could go on and on and on. No, I can tolerate a lot more stuff. So if I don't be careful, I will pack on some pounds because no, I can tolerate stuff a lot more. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it
Mm-hmm.
is so critical when your kidney literally process every single thing. And by processing every single thing, and you have to listen to your dietitian, you have to listen to whatever when they do your blood work, and they will give you a copy and tell you, hey, you need to work on this, you need to work on this. It's crazy. So there's a thing in your body is called a phosphorus. Everything when you're on dialysis that you eat actually send that up. What that do, it actually weaken your bone, um, give you calcium in your joints. So you have to take some, like everything you eat, you have to take those pills. Every meal, you have to take those pills. So if you don't take those pills, there are
Mm.
consequences that you have to follow. Now, um, what my body feels a little different with the transplant. However, There are days I have more these days where tired, still weak at times, where lack of energy and stuff like that. But it keep me away from dialysis. The mere fact that I don't have to go um, compensate for everything else. You understand?
Mm.
So I would rather know that I don't have to go than I have to go.
Mm.
Now, the most important thing that I learned from all of this is know your numbers. Like, numbers is everything. I have a couple of health scare where my function go, go all the way down. Um, I get admitted in the hospital several times.
Mm.
Just this past July, July 10th of 2024, I was home sitting in the same position where I'm at right now, walking towards my living room. Tanya was over there and she's talking to me. I couldn't hear her. As soon as I get up,
Wow.
I start feeling chest pain. So by the time I walked to her, I said, call 911. I'm feeling terrible. My cheeks feel as if I have ice pack. When they call 911, take me to the hospital, I had a heart attack. Um,
Heart attack.
yes. So I have a 90% blockage in my main artery on the left side
Mm.
that
Mm.
pumps more than 50% of my blood. And it actually blocked from the entrance. So they had to give me a stent in my left side of my heart.
Mm.
So things like these, sometimes you don't know what will happen or what can happen, you know. Um, sometimes things just happen. It's the last thing I ever think of would have happened, but it happened,
Mm.
and I just have to deal with it. Just like I said, I have a problem. As long as there's a solution, we fix the problem, and we move on.
That's right. I always say that sometimes we think that we have a lot of problems going through. We have so many challenges ourselves, but trust me, if you sit and listen to others, you will realize that your challenges and your struggles are nowhere near what
Exactly,
the next person is going through.
exactly. So
So,
yeah, go ahead.
so continue. No, continue. Go ahead.
Yes. So every day, like clockwork, I have to take those anti-rejection meds. With those meds, I cannot eat grapefruit because it's poison. I cannot eat pomegranate, we call it cranganat. It's
Mm-hmm.
poison
Oh,
because
wow.
yes, it mixing those two, it is poison. So I have a bunch of medication that I take on a daily basis. Like clockwork, I try my endeavor best. I have my alarms
Mm.
go off 7 a.m., 7 p.m., 8:30 in the evening for my cutoff time. If I miss 7, I know I have another alarm for 8:30.
Mm.
Make sure that I cannot go without these meds because they're my lifeline,
Mm.
and I have to take them to the point where I wear these things around my neck, right? These
Mm-hmm.
capsules. I don't know if you can see them.
Yes, I
So
can see them.
one of my transplant meds is called mycophenolate. It's blue and white, right? So I find these things on the internet. This is silver and blue. So the silver would represent the white. So this is just one of my transplant meds. So I just wear it. That means every morning I wake up,
You
I have
refill
to,
them.
no, it is just a symbol. You have
Oh,
to
it's
take
just
your
a
meds.
symbol.
Just a
Oh,
symbol.
it's just a reminder to say that you have
Yeah.
to take your meds.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
that's sweet.
also, there's another one where another pill that is just white,
Mm-hmm.
and I have just the
Oh,
silver just to go.
wow. You're
So if
having
I,
fun out of it.
yeah. So I don't let it bother me. I know it's something I have to do. I just do the best I can. So
Mm-hmm.
when I'm not wearing the silver, I'm wearing the blue and white.
Oh, wow.
Just to remind myself every morning you get up, you have these pills to take. And
Wow.
don't you ever make a mistake and don't take them.
Have you ever missed a day
No,
with a,
never,
you're always on
never
point.
miss a day. Never miss a day.
To God, Lady, to God be
Yes.
the
So
glory.
my like I said, I my alarm goes off 7 a.m. every morning. One goes up my evening. I take it morning and evening, 7 p.m. And
Mm-hmm.
I do extra time for in the evening. I do cut off for 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
So if I miss the seven
Wow.
o'clock alarm, 8:30 is coming up. You get what I'm saying? So that there's no ifs, no but, no maybe. And what I do, I I have the container where it fill it out for the whole week. So I just full my container for the whole week. So each day I just go to Wednesday. Today is Monday. I just go to Monday, empty out Monday a.m. Bam, take
Mm-hmm.
that. Monday evening come, empty out Monday, and I fill it every Wednesday. Yeah, so it's quite a bit. Like I said, I make sure that I never miss a day because it's my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's my lifeline. And like I was talking about when I just start, it was so much I couldn't manage to do to keep up with it. So what I did, I have to literally learn what Tanya was doing, and then I was able to take it over from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you said that your wife, she went to nursing school and now she's your personal nurse. How does that feel to have a personal nurse? You see how God made things full circle. Whereas he placed your wife in the position to help you along medically. So how does that feel to really have someone who you can lean on, who understand exactly what you're going through?
Listen, it's rewarding. I mean, we're talking about your best friend. You understand what I'm saying? And she's there. She's very supportive. I mean, sometimes I think she's even more concerned about my health than even me, because I mean, she makes sure that I do the right thing because she see me at my lowest point. Like she see the days when I can move, I can make it. I used to have a really rough time every Monday, and I'm going to explain the Monday.
Mm.
It was when I was doing dialysis. It was one of the roughest time every Monday. So all the medication that I would take during the week over the weekend, everything washed out on Monday.
Mm.
I have severe nerve problem where my, no nerve in my nerve in my feet is completely gone. So it hurt and it also burned. It is so painful.
Mm.
Every night when I leave dialysis for years, every Monday night when I leave dialysis, she would massage my feet until
Oh, that
I
is
fall
so nice.
asleep. Listen, when I tell you the excruciating pain that I used to be in, that all my meds washed out.
Mm.
And then I have to be at work for 7 o'clock the next morning. So just imagine the hell I go through that night. And plus I have to be at work 7 in the morning.
Mm.
So supportive, she is very supportive. I mean, she's everything, you know. Um,
Your
God,
support
don't
system.
yeah. So get support from my siblings. Listen, if my head hurt, everybody is there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mama is there. You see, before my mom stop catch bus, listen to me. If my head hurt, my mama is right there.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, my brother, yeah, man, the support turn up. I mean,
It turn up and
yes,
turn
yeah,
over,
me
turn up.
can't complain to say, well, me never have no support or um, I need a ride and there's nobody to carry
Mm.
me. No, me never really have that problem, which is indeed a great thing to know so well the family is behind
That's
it, 100%.
right. support is very important when
Very
you go through
exactly.
hard times and hit rock
Because,
bottom.
and I realize when you don't have support and you have an ailment,
Mm-hmm.
it's 10 times worse.
Mm.
You understand what I'm
So
saying?
true. So
Because
true.
sometimes we complain. I'm not saying we don't complain. We do
Mm-hmm.
complain of things
Mm.
sometimes that really don't make no sense.
True.
What about the person who have nobody?
So true. So true.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
true.
Yes. So,
So Julian, I want you to use this time to encourage. I know that there are a lot of men on this live right now, and women, and everybody go through, different health scare at some point in time. I want you to use this moment to motivate and inspire those people who tend to think that their problems are bigger than this world.
all right. So I'm gonna start off with first. A lot of time we're in denial. Okay, we know we're living on earth and we believe in spiritual things, right?
Yes.
If something is wrong, we believe in prayer, but at the same time, get help. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't be in denial that my problem will just magically go away. First of all, if you have ailment, seek a doctor, right? We know that God can heal, He can do everything, but at the same time, get advice from a medical professional who can actually assist you. You know, another thing is at least once per year, minimum, men especially. We're gonna talk about the men because from a
Mhm.
man point of
Yes.
view, do your blood work. Go to the hospital. Go to the doctor. Get your blood work done. Know your numbers. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? A lot of people don't know whether they have a high blood pressure problem or they have um, diabetes problem. They don't know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
True.
You must know something about your body. You understand what I'm saying? Do something.
Be
Don't
in
just when
tune.
be in tune,
Mm-hmm.
right? Don't just wait until something go wrong, then you're gonna run and
Spend
the time.
all your life
So
earnings.
do the blood work and start the conversation with your doctor. You should able to start a conversation with your doctor right there. Um, don't be afraid to talk to someone. We find time to talk about everything
So
else. You know, there are
it's
times when we are, even us men, we are going through it, right? And we might feel down. We don't want nobody to know. Um,
mm-hmm.
uh, Listen, talk to somebody. There must be somebody. If it's even a total stranger, it might help your problem.
That's
Talk to
true.
somebody. Instead of you buckle up everything inside,
So
we
true.
are not a machine. You get what I'm saying?
So
So
true.
we can start the conversation. Never give up. Always think positive.
And one thing that you pointed out during the whole session, you said that when everything came piling on you, the only thing that you could have done was to just cry.
Yeah, man.
So oftentimes men think that it's not macho, that's the word, macho of
Yeah.
them to cry. They don't
So
cry, they don't show emotions.
so
Speak on that.
so years ago, I went to Walmart one night and I went into the book aisle and I saw this book from this guy. He's a radio disc jock, one of those nationwide radio disc jock named Michael Bass. The book, the title of the book is Men Cry in the Dark with a bunch of teardrops. I buy the book.
Mhm. Mm.
Listen to me. There's so much things that men go through and we tend to hide it. In terms of I'm not saying everything is
Internalize
fit.
it.
It's not
The-
everything fit for airplane. There are
Mhm.
some things where you can definitely get a talk to someone and say, hey, you know what? You ever experience this?
Mm,
Do you think I'm overreacting if I think this?
mm,
Talk to somebody. You get what I'm saying? I
mm.
understand that not everybody is gonna be friendly the way how I will talk,
That's
but at the same
right.
time,
That's right.
instead of me walking around with this burden on my head day in day out, get stressed out, uh, talk to somebody. You have your burden. You must can find time to say something to somebody. And guess what? God also answers prayer. Hear
Mm,
this. We can find time to pray.
that's right.
Listen,
That's the first thing.
a lot of time, us human, we start to pray, especially at night, and we fall asleep. Listen
Mm,
to this. Do we ever wonder sometimes, maybe we're body tired. I need to do this earlier in the evening or in the daytime when I'm more alert. Because when you go to bed at night time, when you go to bed to sleep, but
that's right.
sometimes your body is so tired, you start the prayer, you can't finish.
That's
You
true.
wake up few hours later. You get what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
don't just wait till you're tired and you want to go lay down and not they put your head on the pillow. You start to,
Mm.
dear Lord, and next thing you know, you're dead asleep. Sometimes your body is just literally
You're
tired.
giving
You can
way.
be,
Yes.
you can be on the road. You can be at the work. Nobody don't have to hear your prayer. You can pray in your heart.
That's
You get what I'm saying?
true. That's
Nobody has
true.
to know what you're saying because, and I
That's true.
understand there are some things don't really fit for airplane. And
That's
I'm encouraging the men. Men, as long as you're over 40, get yourself checked out. Men, too many times we lose we lose on our with our when it comes down to our health. All the men from my father, okay, all my father's
true.
brothers
Okay.
um have prostate issue. This is no secret. I mean,
Mm,
we know that this is one of the root cause in our family. We have it by my father's side. So therefore, I can't just sit by and say, "Oh, it happened to them." No,
mm.
we don't know what will happen to
That's true.
us.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
therefore, it's good when you know what is going on in your body. When it comes on to me, I am proactive with myself because I don't want to have to suffer the way I see other people suffer.
That's true.
So never give up on your health. We find time for everything else. Men, we will fix our car. We will
Mm-hmm.
do the most
Work.
outrageous things.
Yes.
And guess what? Our health, we completely neglect our. Women do it as well.
That's right. I was just about to say
You get
that
what I'm
we
saying?
women,
But
yes,
as a man, I can tell you that men do it. Can't give up on yourself. It's easier to catch the problem from the beginning
early.
than you're gonna wait until it's too late.
Thank you so much for reminding the men on this live and also men that who will be listening. Don't take your health for
Hold
granted and don't
on.
wait on the last
And
minute.
and the women who are on here, tell your husband and your boyfriend, get
Yes,
checked out.
that's right. That's right.
Tell them.
And women, you need to get checked out too.
All right.
So all of us do need to know our numbers, as
Very
Julian
important.
said. Know your numbers.
So one of the main cause of African American or black people heart attack. So diabetes and heart attack. So a lot of people don't, like I said, don't know whether they have diabetes or they have high blood pressure. High blood pressure will take you out. High blood pressure will give you a stroke.
Mm-hmm. True.
Diabetes will also give you a stroke.
That's true.
Get checked out.
That's true.
And it's one of the main cause of renal failure. High blood pressure and diabetes. It's one of the main cause for renal failure. And I wouldn't want anyone to go through what I go through. Look, I have a big old cut from under here, under
Oh
my
wow.
arm,
Oh
come
wow.
all the way down to the front of my arm,
Wow.
all the way down here. And this was where I used to do my dialysis. So every day I would get 2 needles in my arm.
Wow.
So it's a big old cut,
So
come all the way
that serve
down.
so that serve as a reminder every day.
Exactly.
Every day you look at that.
Yeah,
Does that allow you to appreciate life more?
of course. And here's the thing. When I tell people, I don't complain. Me gone my merry way, same way I'm happy with myself, as if nothing happened. What I would do if I even when I go out, you'll never know I have an issue. But when I come home, it's a different thing. You understand? Because it's not everybody, like I said, can manage like that. There are some things. I even find myself in a wheelchair
Mm.
back in 2022. Um, the whole Christmas 2022 from November until February, I couldn't walk, could barely walk. I have to use a
Oh,
crutch. I couldn't go anywhere. Wheelchair. Tanya have to push me in a wheelchair for going anywhere. I have sciatic nerve problem. For 3 months, it take me down.
mm,
Cannot be afraid. You have to face life head on. You can't be
mm,
afraid. Because if you be afraid and your mind will play tricks on you, because your mind will tell you, this is
give
what
up.
life brings you to.
Yes,
No,
give up.
you have to make sure that you know,
Fight.
fight.
Fight to the
Put
end.
them gloves on, man, and do a Mike Tyson. Fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give up.
You hear
And
that, people?
like
Don't
I
give
said,
up.
I have support behind me in terms of I don't know if everybody have the support that I have where we all pull together like you know
Mm,
anytime. Listen, I can call my brother anytime. Listen, hey, this he's there.
mm, mm,
You understand? So Tanya is there. Tanya takes so much time out from work. I mean, even I was when I just get the transplant, I have to be at the clinic, the transplant clinic every Monday and Thursday, months off, to make sure that you take me those days. I couldn't drive. Weak. I used to push even a
mm,
walker. I couldn't. I was so weak.
mm,
Okay. I'm gonna say something to you. When I did the transplant, I'm just gonna back up a little bit. When I did the
mhm.
transplant, the night I spent a week in the hospital, the night when I came home and I sit on the bed, lights on, and looking at the mirror, I didn't believe it was me. It wasn't me. I was a completely different person. Within a week time, within a few days, the bottom of my feet started to strip. I mean, a thick layer of skin peel
Wow.
off from both foot. Every day I peel off a little bit. When I went back to the clinic and I showed them, they said, "No, never mind. Your blood is cleaning now, so all these gonna rejuvenate."
Reflect. Yeah.
Listen, my face start look different. My skin start to look different because I start to pee. All these fluid that backed up in me for years
So,
already started to come out.
so you went through a total
Total transformation.
transformation. To
So
God be the glory.
we're talking about my pants waist before the two surgery was like 44. Remember this. When I did the first surgery, my pants waist dropped down from 44, it go to 42, then it go to 40, then it go to 38, right? When I did my transplant, my pants waist go down to 32. So just imagine how much weight I lost.
Oh wow.
So we're talking about within less than a year, everything just dropped. Yeah, I'm saying a year, within a few
Mm,
months, I lose so much weight. It's over 70 pounds I lost.
mm.
Yeah,
Wow. To
and
God
when
be
I
the
said
glory.
I could not believe I could not, when I look in the mirror, I couldn't believe it was me. Plus, my face bearded up. The I didn't believe that morning that night when I came home and I have to go back to the clinic that morning, I was actually pushing a walk up because I was so weak by losing so much fluid. Just imagine you don't pee for about 9 years. No pee, just little drippings. No, no pee pee. Because my kidney
Oh,
become
good.
lazy. So that's it. So all
Oh, wow.
those fluid now start to come out.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So
Wow.
I had to depend on dialysis to pull those fluids from my body. Yeah. So
Wow.
when you're on dialysis for a while, forget about pee. I could go anywhere. Don't have to worry about nothing when it comes down to pee, use a bathroom or anything. No. But no, I had you have limit with your fluid intake.
Mm.
So I am not, I always said if I'm talking to someone, I also said, I'm not complaining, I'm only explaining. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times, sometimes people misunderstand
Misunderstand.
complain
Mm.
from explain. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? So sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I just want somebody to know, have a little snapshot as to what it is. Yeah.
What it is.
Yeah,
And
man, I'm
trust me,
not
you're
complaining.
helping a lot of us understand
Yeah.
the function, how the body
Yeah,
functions. So we
man.
really, really appreciate this extra time
Yeah.
that you spend to explain to us.
Yes.
So just I just want to know, or we want to know, what normalcy of life look for you currently. Are you working full time? Um, do you have a normal life outside of your health?
Yes. I would say yes. Um, Semi-normal. So I work part-time. I work 2 days a week. Um,
Oh, okay.
I get my disability because of the many issues that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm able to work part-time, right? So with that said, I'm also active at church. I do a lot of stuff at church. So I do stuff. You understand? I can't overdo it. I easily get tired, but
Mm-hmm.
I do stuff, you know. Um, I
Amen.
find time to do stuff. Like I can't do a lot, but I
You
do
do
stuff.
what you can do.
Yes. And if I don't push myself in terms of I go out a lot in terms of we go to functions, we go out quite a bit. So if I don't push myself, probably don't go anywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. And before we go ahead and let us know where can we find you on social media.
Okay. And Facebook, Nico Julian Demos. Facebook, Nico Julian Demos. Instagram, I am Nico J. Um, what the other one?
Come
TikTok.
on, Tanya.
Well, TikTok.
TikTok, you're
Um,
on TikTok. Yes.
Nico J. Nico J. I think it's 641. Um, oh, and I also have a YouTube channel. It's
Oh,
Julian Smith. I am.
Julian Smith, I
Yes.
so
So
go
so
ahead.
go on the YouTube and this lady would say prescribe. I want you prescribe. So Julian Smith. I am. I have about 7 videos on there. Please go on there and watch.
So go
Yeah.
ahead and check out his YouTube channel, and also go ahead check him out on TikTok. He's here on Facebook. So make sure you follow him and subscribe.
Uh,
Subscribe to his
yes.
channels.
Yeah, man.
And
Yes.
don't forget, leave him all the comments you want to leave him on his page. And also, I will be posting
Yes.
this video on my account on my Facebook page. I want you guys to go ahead and post it also on your Facebook page so that others who might not get the chance to be here can also watch this inspiring session and this inspiring interview with Julian. You wanted to say
Yes.
something? Go ahead.
Love yourself enough that you want to help yourself. So love yourself enough where you want to make sure that you are okay physically,
Amen. Amen.
right?
That's a powerful,
Yes.
powerful ending.
Be-
And I
Do
just
you know a lot of people have self-hate. They hate themselves. They don't like see themselves. Maybe they have maybe a little pulpy, maybe
mhm,
they
mhm,
probably a little too big,
mhm,
maybe
mhm.
them have bald head like me. But people, there are a lot of people who don't love themselves. They are
That's
so
so true.
dissatisfied with whoever they see in the mirror.
Finding fault with
Listen,
everything. Yes, you're so
listen to
right.
me. Love yourself enough that you want to help yourself.
Wow.
Yes.
That's such a powerful parting word. And
Yes.
also I wanna part with what Megan says. She said there are so many people who will walk around thinking that sickness was made for some people or it's something bad they have done. However, sickness and death is a must. Sickness comes to you when you least expect it.
All
So
right.
just be thankful in your situation because it would have been worse.
And
That's very, very powerful. And
listen,
also,
she know what she's saying. You hear me?
yes,
She know, like I said, this lady inspire me. This lady spent maybe about a year or more in the hospital. I'm telling you.
wow.
So she know what she is saying. You get what I'm saying?
And hopefully I will get Megan to come and share
And
her story as
Megan
well.
is a faithful person. When I said this lady, she been through it and she's a very faithful person.
Amen.
Hmm.
Amen. Amen. So
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you all for stopping by Motivation on Monday. And as I said before, this is your girl, Fiona Salmon, the
She,
author
she,
of It
she
Will Be
gone.
Long, but Not Forever.
Yeah.
Get your copies.